The air in the village of Obanliku was thick with the scent of damp earth and impending doom. Inside the grey mansion Precious had built, Bianca sat by the bedside of Ijeoma, Precious's mother. The woman was a shadow of herself, her skin grey and her breathing shallow. As a veteran of the sisterhood, Bianca saw what the villagers couldn't. A faint, shimmering tether of violet light stretched from Ijeoma's chest, disappearing into the void. It was a life leak. The Queen Mother wasn't just giving Precious money, she was harvesting her mother's years to pay for the pink G-Wagon and the designer bags. Bianca felt a sudden, crushing wave of self-loathing. She looked at her own manicured hands that hadn't touched her own mother in years. She was tired of the cold, the dead lovers, and the hollow luxury. Bianca pulled out her phone. With a steady hand, she opened her banking app. She didn't use an anonymous account this time. She typed in her father's direct details and transferred 50 million Nigerian nairas, everything she had in that specific account. The moment she hit send, the candles in the room flickered and turned a deep, blood red. The temperature dropped to freezing. Bianca knew her time was measured in minutes. She dialed Precious. "Bianca. How is my mom?" Precious asked, her voice frantic. "Listen to me," Bianca whispered, her voice rasping as her lungs began to feel like they were filling with water, the Queen Mother's judgment. "Your mother isn't sick, Precious. She's being traded. Every naira you spend is a day taken from her life. I've broken my covenant. I sent money to my father. I'm going home, Precious, the real home." "Bianca, no." "Why?" "Because you have a chance. Tell Connor the truth. Not a filtered version. The ugly, bloody truth. If you don't, your mother dies tonight. The sisterhood only wins if we stay silent. Speak, Precious. Speak and be free." The line went dead. In the village, Bianca slumped against the wall, a peaceful smile on her face as her spirit departed, leaving behind the designer clothes that suddenly looked like rags. In Lagos, Precious dropped her phone. She was standing in the Adeyemi garden, where a private dinner party was being held. Connor was approaching her, holding a glass of expensive wine, his face full of love. "Precious. You look like you've seen a ghost," he said. "I have," she whispered. She took a deep breath, the smell of roasted lamb from the dinner table hitting her. For the first time, it didn't smell like a threat, it smelled like life. "Connor, my name is Precious Nordike. I am not rich. My mother is a poor widow in Obanliku. This hair, this car, this skin. I bought them with blood." For the next 20 minutes, the party fell silent as Precious poured out everything, the red garments, the Queen Mother, the blood bowl, and the poison of the cooked food. Connor's mother, Florence, watched with a mixture of horror and vindication. "I'm leaving now," Precious finished, tears streaming down her face. "I don't expect you to follow. I just had to save my mother." As she walked toward the gate, the magic began to fade. Her long, bone-straight hair suddenly felt like straw and began to shed. Her glowing skin paled, and her expensive blue dress grew dull and frayed. The pink G-Wagon in the driveway wouldn't start, its engine had turned into rusted scrap metal. Precious was at the bus park, clutching a small bag of her old clothes, when a black SUV pulled up. Connor stepped out. He looked at her, no longer the IT girl, but a terrified, plain 18-year-old girl. "My mother thinks I'm insane," Connor said softly. "My father says I'm throwing my life away. But I realized something while you were talking. I didn't fall in love with your luxury hair or glowing skin. I fell in love with the girl who wanted so badly to take care of her family that she went to hell and back to do it." He held up his phone. "The air ambulance is already on its way to your village. They are taking your mother to London. My doctors say if it's spiritual, they can't help, but if it's a lack of life force, they'll pump everything they have into her. The moment the air ambulance lifted Ijoma from the village soil, the violet tether snapped. The Queen Mother's hold was broken by an act of pure, unselfish human love, something the sisterhood could not regulate. 1 year later, Precious sat in a small, cozy kitchen in a modest apartment in Enugu. There were no cameras, no hype men, and no pale-eyed goddesses. Her mother, Ijoma, sat opposite her, looking healthy and vibrant after her treatment in the UK. Connor sat next to Precious, wearing a simple t-shirt, helping her peel yams. "Is it ready?" Precious asked, her eyes bright with a hunger that had nothing to do with greed. Ijoma lifted the lid of the pot, and a cloud of steam rose, real, hot, nourishing steam. She dished out a bowl of pounded yam and egusi soup. Precious picked up a morsel, dipped it deep into the warm soup, and took a bite. The heat spread through her chest, chasing away the last of the sisterhood's chill. It was the best thing she had ever tasted.